Hello, witches, and welcome to Witch Talk. Tonight feels like a shift, doesn't it? That's because up until now, everything that we've been doing has been building towards this moment. And as you can see, I have a second camera because tonight you guys are going to see me do a spell. We're going to do one tonight. Okay, so let me ask you before we begin what you think. What do you think that's standing in your way between the life that you want? Do you think it's lacking or is it timing? Because whatever it is, we are going to release that tonight. So, because what we're doing tonight is in the previous lives that we've been doing, you already know that you've been joining me, that we didn't just jump into spell work. We built this foundation together, and we've talked about how the moon isn't your boss and how your power doesn't come from external cycles, but within you. We've explored spiritual signs and discernment so that you can trust what you're receiving. We've talked about protection. We've talked about energy, how to hold our space, and in a solitary witch and part as a collective. And that's what we're going to be doing, because what I've been working towards with this group is to build a coven energy, meaning that when we do spells together, it amplifies. So for those witches that maybe use, hello kitten, mirrors in your spells, this is going to give you an opportunity to amplify it without having to use that addition. If you want to include that, make sure your intentions are clear because mirrors do work to amplify. And we are going to be doing a remove your block. And single one of you guys that are here right now, I want you to think about this for a moment, because we've been learning together. We've been strengthening, we've been preparing, and tonight is not just any night. It's intentional. We are going to be working together as a coven tonight just by doing the spell. So with all those other spells that we've done in the past, and if you're just joining us for the first time tonight, welcome. Hello, kitten. I have a kitten that is beside me that's trying to get my attention. So I'm getting distracted a little bit. But what we've been doing is if you're just coming into this space with me, I'm Aurora Moon, and welcome. Most of you guys that are here already know me, and we've been working together since the beginning, which, to be quite honest, I think the first date that we started was January 22nd. I took about 10 months off. And since we've been starting with doing each one of these things, has been leading up for us to do I have it planned to do in order so that you can go back on those videos and rewatch them to get anything else out of it that maybe you've missed. We always learn something again when we rewatch it. Sometimes we miss something and go, oh my God, I guess I wasn't ready to receive that then, but I am now. Well, I hear an echo in my phone. Do you guys hear that? I hope not. It's driving me crazy. But anyways, tonight, let's just get to it. Tonight, we are starting with the remove block spell. So this is part 1 of 2. Tonight, we are going to be doing the spell to clear away your past. Now, before we begin, I want to talk about something that's actually important, because every spell that I do is with candles, and candle magic is powerful. So I want to talk about fire safety, because if we're going to do this right from the beginning, I want you to know exactly what I do in my space. And I do have a fire mat that is underneath my top mat here. I have a wooden board that I have my cauldron sitting on. That way, if there is anything that maybe gets out of control, maybe you walk away for a second, you can feel a little bit more safe knowing that your surroundings are protected. You can find these on I got a 2-pack for I think $13.99 Canadian. And I think that's actually pretty good. But it's just big enough for what I need in my space. And it's making sure that I take responsibility for using the fire that I am. I also have a little fan that I use. I got this, I think, off of Temu. It's rechargeable. It's quite awesome. But I just direct it out of the way. So any smoke that may be coming off of my candle, because it might be off my candle, it might be off of my paper that I'm burning, but whatever it is, it kind of directs the air to flow a different direction so it doesn't set off fire alarms. Because the last thing we want to do is sit there and set off fire alarms. And some of you may not be in a space to even use fire, and we can talk about different ways we can still do this spell without using fire. You can always use water. Okay, so let's see. So part of this spell, or part of being a witch, okay, is to make sure that you're aware, like you have your awareness, your preparation, and respect with the elements that we're working with. So make sure you know what you're working with. I like to use a lot of common herbs from the pantry. It makes it easier for you. You can find them very easily in the grocery store, in the dried area, in the fresh area. It doesn't matter. You're going to be able to find them. And if you want to use a little bit more of something that is less common to find, I have that option here tonight too. So we are keeping it simple. I've got my black candle. That's already, I don't know. Okay. Can you guys see that? Okay. I hope you guys can. Maybe not. Hold on. What I'll do is I'm going to move a couple things so that you guys can see my black candle here. Okay. So we're going to start off with our black candle. Now I've already taken it. I'm going to take it now anyways, so that you guys can see exactly what I do. But before I begin on anything, I take my candle and oh my goodness. I take my candle and I put my intentions into it on what I want to remove. Okay. So you may need, you're going to need an athame. I think I forgot to put that on the list, Sherry. So something to carve into your candle. Then you're going to want something else that I forgot to put on the list is tweezers. Tweezers are good to use with paper so you don't burn your hands. I use regular herbs. So tonight we have a selection of salt, which is for purification. I've picked rosemary as well. That is for clarity. It's also a universal protection herb that you can use. That way you, in case you don't have salt on hand, you can use rosemary. You can use them together. You can use them apart, but it's a nice supplement if you don't have one already. Okay. I picked ground pepper as well, and any type of spell work, especially if you're looking to banish something, get rid of something. Pepper is good. Think of it as a spice in something that irritates. You want to get rid of it, right? It's irritating. So I look at it that way. I've invited ground cloves. This is an option. You do not need to have it if you don't have it. I grind my cloves up because cloves are really, really hard to try to insert your candle unless you have a big candle. I picked mugwort on the side. That is something that you can find on Amazon. If you don't have it, it's not actually very expensive to get, guys. It's actually quite well, inexpensive. It's not cheap, but it's not it's not expensive either. Calamus root. Calamus root is a good one to have. Now, most of you guys might not have it. It's not that it's rare to find. You can find it on Amazon as well. You might be able to find it in your Indian type stores, like your ethnic grocery store. I didn't mean to say just Indian, but ethnic type stores that you can go to might have it, just because it's a different type of herb, but it's a root herb. So if you don't have that, but you might have ginger, you can put the intention into that too. Ginger always gives it a little bit of an oomph, but calamus root is known for mind control. It's controlling, it's domination. Now, we're not dominating anybody in here. That would be if we were cursing or something like that, okay? But we're not doing that. What we would be doing this is to control and empower it. Put some calamus root is that extra oomph to cut through any BS, kind of, okay? If you want to use oils, you're going to want to use an oil. Regular vegetable olive oil is fine if you don't have any other oil. If you have essential oil, you can use that. If you have a favorite roll-on oil or something, you can use that as well. You can mix it with essential oil and your olive oil with a few different things. You can put it all together. So I'm going to show you all of this stuff before we get started, okay? I'm also now I work with, the deity that I work with is Lilith. So I usually use chocolate essential oil as a way to let her know that I'm connecting with her energy. We're going to go all through this tonight, guys. We are going to go deep dive into spell work. We are doing the whole protection start to finish, but this is just part one. Part two is manifesting money. So in order to manifest money or prosperity, remember what we said last week, right? Maybe your spells aren't working because you're using the wrong phrase or the wrong word. Money, you know what money did with me. I got monopoly money. So this time we want to say prosperity. So in order to bring that abundance, prosperity, wealth, riches, connection, anything like that, opportunities can even be involved in that. Then we are going to want to kick this up a notch. And you can bring out anything that you want. If you don't connect with the deity and you connect with maybe an angel instead, you can do that. If you don't connect with any of them, it's okay, because I'm going to be calling them in anyways. Let's see. Oh, and I also said cinnamon, because cinnamon is good for speeding up your spells. So maybe you want this to take place really quickly, right? So you're going to want to bring in some cinnamon. You're going to want to dress it up a little bit, kick it up a notch. If you don't have cinnamon, but you have ground coffee, bring it out. Ground coffee speeds things up. Instant coffee will work too. That will bring instant, right? It's all about intention. So that's what we're working with tonight. So you're also going to need a piece of paper and a pen. A bay leaf. You don't have a bay leaf, don't worry about a bay leaf. We're all good. Remember, it's not about the ingredients that we have. It's about the connection, the intention. That is what our spells are about. So let's see. We're going to take a minute. We're going to want to gather our energy. We're going to, as you can see, I was getting all worked up. I was getting really excited. This is how I build my energy, and that's why I'm getting really hot down here. It's not just me. That's, you guys love my cackle. Don't pretend you don't. Okay, so before we begin, we need to protect, right? So we're going to ground. We're going to open our space intentionally. And I'm going to begin this ritual tonight. And I'm going to invite you to come along. And we're going to breathe slowly and evenly. And then we're going to allow this to flow naturally. I'm going to grab my smudge stick. Now, if you guys don't have a smudge stick, I'm going to smudge the page as I go, so don't worry. I'm going to remember, we're doing this collectively, so we're all included in this. Now, I want you to think about your intention. Grab your candle. I'm going to grab my candle too. I'm going to start right from the beginning, guys. Ready? Let me get seated, comfy. I got no pets down here. It's going to be nice and quiet. Okay. I'm going to put intention into my group page. I'm going to get started. Okay. Don't worry. You guys are going to be included. I'm going to say it out loud. I'm just kind of getting my smudge stick started. Okay. And don't worry. I can post this on the page if you guys want this, but you guys have this here. Okay. So, hi, Ariel. Are you joining me? Yes. Okay. So I call upon the four directions and the four elements to open our circle as a consecrated place of love, healing, and spiritual guidance. May East and Air share their knowledge of all beginnings. May North and Earth share their knowledge of all stabilizing influences. May South and Fire share their knowledge of all changes, and may West and Water share their knowledge of all endings. Goddess, the mother of all, protects me. God, the Father of all, defends me. I am always safe. I am never alone. I call upon my angelic guardians. I call upon my spirit guides, and I call upon all forces of good to enter our circle of white light and divine inspiration. May my higher self transmit to me the knowledge I am ready to receive and the wisdom to make the best use of it. So we're going to stay in this energy for a moment. I want you to feel it. Okay, so now we begin. We're going to take our candle, and this is where your intentions become real. I want you to carve into your candle anything that represents blocks that you're releasing. This could be a word like fear, doubt, stagnation, or even something more personal. There's no right or wrong, and this is just your energy, okay? Now we're going to take our oil. Now I'm going to use a rosemary oil tonight. Because anybody who knows me knows that I love the smell of rosemary. Now, usually I'll take, I don't know if you guys will be able to see me here. I'll move over here, okay? So you won't be able to see me in one, but you'll be able to see me over here. Okay, so usually what I do is I hold the candle on this end and I want to release it. So I'm going to actually push it down. And I'm going to visualize releasing anything that I don't want attached to me, okay? Now, you guys also know that one thing that I like to carry on hand is baby wipes. Because with black candles, they like to leave residue. And before I like to get into anything else, I like to wipe my hands down. I like to be clean in the process. And that's just how I do things. And I'll do that. Okay, so we got my candle and I rubbed some oil in it. I moved it from top down. And I visualize all the blocks being pulled out, released, and sent away. Remember, we're not holding on to them. We're letting them all go. So now we're going to take our herbs. We're going to sprinkle them onto the candle just lightly. Now, I like to use salt. I like to use salt on my candle, but I also will put it into my space over here. Okay, so right now I'm going to bring this over. Actually, no, I can get up. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to sprinkle a little bit. Salt is good for purification and protection. Okay. I'll put that aside. Now I'm going to use some cinnamon. Can you guys see me? Hold on. Let's do this. Actually, you know what? I'm going to improvise. Okay, so we'll see you in a second. This one's a little bit more difficult, but I'm sprinkling cinnamon on it. You guys can do the same thing. I'm sure that you guys know what it looks like to sprinkle some herbs on. Okay, I'm sprinkling some cloves. Now I'm using this for myself because anytime it comes to growing this channel or anything like that, I want to remove anything that is not the right fit, so to speak, right? You guys know I've shared this with you guys, and I'm looking to grow this coven live here where we can gather as many witches as possible to gather collectively and do spell work together. So if you guys know of anybody who wants to join us, put it out there. All it is a share, like, a subscribe. Any of that stuff helps, right? Okay, so I'm going to use ground pepper too. Like I said, I use it for banishing. So I'm going to sprinkle that on. Make sure you get both sides. That's why I use a spoon. Now, I'm probably also going to add a little bit of, I'm just thinking of this now. You guys are going to see my banishing oil. So I'm going to add a little bit of that to this. And I use a separate spoon. I'm just adding a little bit. You don't need a lot. So it's not going to interfere with the herbs that you already have on. So if you guys do have banishing oil, you can use that as well. That's good. You can also use protection oil if you have that instead. Okay. Now, right now, I'm just getting my candle all ready. There's still a few things that we're going to do. If you want to add, let's see, I am going to add some mugwort. This, when you use mugwort, it's for intuition. So if you remove blocks, if you're looking to remove anything that's preventing you from moving forward because you feel that maybe you're spiritually or psychically blocked, you can use this to help rid that. Okay. Now, not everything might stick to your candle, and that's okay. And if it doesn't stick, you can always place it around it too. But most of this will stick on with the oil placed there. Okay. Now, if you didn't have anything to inscribe your candle, you don't have to worry about that because you can put the intention into it while you're working with it, right? You don't need to inscribe in it. If you want to inscribe what you want, release the blocks, whatever, because we also have the piece of paper that we're working with tonight, because you guys know that I like to burn stuff. Okay. Let's see. And I do want to add some calamus root, but I think I'm going to use it a little bit as a oil. I've got calamus root, and then I put it in grapeseed oil to make my own calamus root oil. And it's been sitting in there for like freaking forever, which is really potent. And I sit it under like the new and full moon. I know it sounds crazy, but I do. Okay, so okay, so I use 2 different spoons for this just because of the type of oil. I want to make sure one remains completely pure instead of getting remnants from the other one. Now, I might even add, because Lilith loves chocolate, I love adding it to her candles. So I will put it in my candles. This is my way of welcoming her in. Now, for those of you who might get freaked out about who Lilith is, Lilith was the first wife of Adam, and she was cast out because she wouldn't be submissive to him. And that's because Lilith is all about empowerment. So if you are looking for somebody to connect with, Lilith came to me naturally. I would recommend allowing them to come to you directly, because then they're willing to work with you. Where if you're seeking out a deity, your energy might not be working. You may be going or wanting, let's say, Hecate as your goddess, because every witch goes with Hecate. And you might feel that, she's the bomb. But Hecate is also about transformation, and she can turn your life upside down in a split second flat. And if she doesn't, if that's not what you're looking for to bring into your energy, then that's what you're going to get. So allow the person allow the deity that you want to work with, or who wants to work with you and your energy and what you want in your life, to come to you. It's more natural, but you can work with, let's say, Archangel Michael, and you can call on them. Don't think you can't, but be prepared to know what they're bringing to the table before you commit. You can look up to them, but not necessarily have to work with them. Okay, so we got our candle all dressed, and we know that we've been pouring into our energy into it. So even as we're dressing it, we're thinking about why we're putting the mugwort, why we're putting the ground pepper, why we're putting the salt down, why calamus root. Like I said, if it's a stubborn energy, calamus root is great for stubborn energy, straight across the board. And that's because, and it's not necessarily, it's a mind control herb. Yes, it is. I'm not going to deny that. But use it properly. Don't use it to manipulate somebody, even though that you can use it for that. Don't do that. Use it to assist you. So if there's a stubborn energy, put the intention to clear the stubborn energy, not clear a specific person, if that makes sense. Okay. Remember, we are still trying to work on I'm a gray witch first. Even though I do chaos magic, I have to see a balance in everything. So you have to look at the shadow aspect of it. And you've got to look at the parts of yourself on where you want this spell to go. And if you have a negative perception of something that you're working with, or how you're looking at somebody, your spells can backfire. So remember, when you're doing stuff like this, to set your intention with clear mind. And that's why I do this protection magic first, because that way you're going to feel a lot more clear. I find that anytime I do any type of energy work, I have to take something off. That's why I took the sweater off. It's not getting any more than that. Don't worry, guys. Just a little humor count. Okay, so we got our candle, and we're going to get it all ready to put into our candle holder or wherever you're going to. Now, if you do not have a candle holder, I'm going to teach you something. Play-Doh. Play-Doh works really good. You can take a little tiny piece and you can put it in the bottom of your candle, just a little tiny piece. That's all I'm taking, unless your candle is a lot bigger and heavier, okay? So I'm going to take, no, I'm going to use that. I was going to use my cauldron, but I think I'm going to do it this way. Okay, so as you can see, it's at the very bottom. I'm just going to use it to hold it in place. Okay, so I think you guys can see everything okay. And we're going to take our piece of paper. Now, if you have a bay leaf, you can write down on the bay leaf what you're removing. You can put it on a piece of paper if you want to remove something as well. If you do not have anything like that, keep it in your head. Keep the intention there. Allow yourself to think about it while we're doing this, okay? Now, I do not have the spell memorized, but I do have it here, so we're going to begin. I have my piece of paper. I'm looking to remove it, and I'm going to set it aside now. Now, if you did write something down on a piece of paper, you can put it underneath your candle if you want. I like to burn it with the candle. That way it shows that I have eliminated everything. Okay. So, guys, ready? Now, if you guys have proper music that you want to use, you can use it. Otherwise, okay. Make sure it's, there we go. So blocks be broken, cleared away, no more shadows left to stay. What once held me now is gone. I reclaim my power strong. Doubt and fear, you fade from sight. I release you into light. Paths now open, clear and free. What is meant will come to me. As I will it, it is done by the earth and moon and sun. Now you can light your candle. I lit my candle first because I couldn't be there at the same time because I'm not going to remember. Now I'm going to read that again just so that you guys can get it down on paper. You guys can listen to this again over and over again, but I'll go a little slower. Okay, so blocks be broken, cleared away, no more shadows left to stay. What once held me now is gone. I reclaim my power strong. Doubt and fear, you fade from sight. I release you into light. Paths now open, clear and free. What is meant will come to me. As I will it, it is done by the earth and moon and sun. Isn't it pretty? Now I want you to take a look at your flame, and I want you to see it as transformation. I want you to put that in your head. You can close your eyes if you wish, but I want you to, and it's not a destructive type of transformation. I want you to make sure that when you see this, it's not going to look chaotic. Visualize it being peaceful. Everything you no longer need is being transmuted. It's going to free you. And I want you to sit with that. I don't want you to rush through this spell. Okay, the spell it's important to do. We are clearing the way for a bigger collective. We are clearing the way for let's face it, so many things are changing right now. And right now, money is tight for people. People don't want to feel all this negative energy or energy in general that's been coming our way through collectively. Like, You can't deny it. So this is the perfect way to release that and sit with it and recognize that it's not yours. This is not yours to carry. You're going to release whatever is blocking you from getting whatever it is that you want. And by us doing this together, it empowers it. It empowers every time there's somebody who joins us. So if you know somebody and they want to start or they're not sure, get them to see how we all come together. It's not a negative space. It isn't. We come together, we build friendships. Most of you on here, I have gotten to know personally, and it's amazing. I've built so many friendships with you. And it was so many of you that came to me and asked me if I could start teaching. And I thought that was amazing. So here I am doing this now. And like I said, I couldn't do this a few years ago. I was too scared to get in front of a camera. So now I have this amazing energy, this amazing coven that keeps on growing. Every week there's more and more. And that's because we're building this up. Now, just so you guys know, because I don't know if I said this. My mind's scattered today. But I did a block removal meditation that is attached to this video. So it should pop up when this is done so that you can click on it to go through the meditation. But keep it handy. I have everything in under playlists, under different categories, so you guys can find it a lot easier. And sometimes I have these in multiple places so that you can find them, like under spells and also under witch talk. But this is amazing time to put this energy in. And look at that flame. Can you guys see it? I'm going to change I can do this. Maybe not. I'm trying to see if I can move the camera, but it's too hot. The flame's too high. So I'll have to see it differently. But it's going pretty good. But it's a great way of just releasing that energy. And remember, and this is important, okay? When you're done, let the candle burn out safely. If you have to go somewhere, do not leave that candle unattended. Put it out, come back to it. Just make sure that you put the same energy and intention into it. And if you have to come back to this, save the video so that you can come back to it and redo it again. Because this is going to be a 2-part series, remember. Actually, 3 parts if you think about it, because it comes with the meditation as well, just to make sure that you keep up with the momentum. It's meant to keep that energy with you. If you're having a down day and you're a little stressed out, you can go back to the meditation just to let go of that energy and let's talk about it for a second, because we are in an Aries new moon tomorrow, right? And this is going to be huge because Aries energy is about action and an initiation, forward movement. So this isn't a quiet release, it's a decisive one. So this energy is going to support us in cutting through that resistance and then stepping boldly into a surge of motivation. Or even it might even be a little bit emotional for some of you. But that's going to be part of the shift. And that's going to be because we have such, it's a release. We're going into, we were coming out of a full moon and we're going into a new moon. So we're letting go. And then tomorrow we're going into that new moon. Think of it as waking up and going, oh, I'm a new person. Feel that energy. If you start getting hot while you're doing your spiritual work, your spell work, that's the reason why. It's because you've got this crazy energy with you when you're doing your spells. Now, I'm going to burn my little piece of paper because I've had this piece of paper waiting here to burn, but I wanted to at least give this an opportunity to burn down. And this is another way to do it. Now, for those of you who can't use candles, you can simply visualize this with running water. Or you can even flush it down the toilet. You can rip it up and then you can flush it down the toilet. If you don't have that option, you can put it in the garbage. Again, you're throwing it away. Rip it up, like rip it into shreds. You can't burn it, rip it or flush it. Those are the easiest ways. You don't want to plant it somewhere outside for somebody to see or dig up, because what's going to happen? Oh, this is on it. I wonder what this means. And then somebody opens up your spell. That's why I like candle magic. I get rid of the evidence. Okay, so I'm going to turn on my fan just to make sure. You guys don't need to see that, but see me burning. And then I'm just going to put that down. Now, I might give off some extra heat off of the candle. It might not. But we're going to let it take place. Now, I'm going to bring in a card reading. I think I said I was going to do that last week. To read a message. Where did I? Oh, I did. For a second, I thought I put them somewhere else and I couldn't remember. Okay. You guys all up for a card reading? It's not a big card reading, guys, okay? It's only gonna... Don't get too excited, Manny. Oh, you see a bluish aura behind me? That's cool. I'm just looking at what some of you guys are saying. Fire, yeah. Oh, don't get me singing. Now, I think I got my lighting right, guys. You guys can probably see me better, right? I have been working on, you know what it is? It's my freaking glasses. Oh, you're welcome, Jay. I'm just seeing all your messages now because knowing me, if I don't give myself a little bit of a cue notes, I forget what I'm saying. I get all caught up in the moment, right? And usually, I'm going to tell you this before I get into the reading, okay? Because I'm going to put the energy into tonight and the energy of just a collective message and see where this is going, right? But if I don't keep like cue cards with me to let me know what I'm doing, I forget. I get so excited when I talk. I do. I get so excited. I love sharing this stuff with you guys. Are you kidding me? It's one of my favorite things to do in the whole wide world. And I miss you guys. Like, it's hard not to be able to see you guys in person. I wish we could have this big, like, huge place that we could all gather like once a year and do our witch dance, right? I don't know how we're going to learn the witch dance together, but could you imagine? I'd have to go into a field somewhere. That's where Jay, you're going to have to come visit me or something. And we're going to have to go and do some type of dance, find some way of dancing. You won't catch me. Oh, yeah. I'm so loved. I love you guys so much. It's amazing. Look at how far we've come, right? I know I needed that time off but it feels good to be back. It does. It feels good to be back. Okay, so what collective message do we have for tonight? And keep an eye on the background, guys. There's always an energy. There's been an energy that I've been feeling lately around me. Okay, so I know you guys can't see this because I can't put my hands over the fire. It'll hurt me. Okay. Oh, look at this. Okay, I've got, I don't know if you guys can see that. There you go. Okay. It is being true. I am true to myself and others. I remove my mask and stop creating illusions. I have confidence in who I am, and I reveal the good in me. I do not need to hide or prove anything. I replace shame with the power of love and truth. So I don't know who needs to hear that tonight, but you might all need to hear that tonight. You may, and if it doesn't resonate, guys, don't take it as, like, don't take it. Let's see. I'm going to bring out message from the animals. I haven't used these cards in forever. I'm going to end my spell work like this too. Like, or anytime we get together, I'm going to end it with some readings. Just like that. I think it's good to have, right? Okay, and it also helps with your intuition. It helps to bring in, because just because I tell you what this message is from the card, there's always going to be an additional message that maybe you hear when I'm saying that. Maybe there was something that was additional that you wouldn't have been maybe open to hear if you didn't hear it a certain way. Maybe somebody said something like this. Be true to yourself. There's only one you. There's a million other people, right? There's so many people out there. We only have one of you. So be you, because you are unique. And yes, we're, like I said, we're the misfit toys. That's what I call us, the misfit toys. And that's when I see us on a little island. We're all different. We're all different witches. We're all dancing around in cauldron. Who knows? But that's a good flame. I wish you guys could see that from a different perspective. Ishmael, if you're on here, I don't know if you see this, but I was trying to go on TikTok earlier today, or not earlier today. That's why I was like a couple minutes late. Trying to get on TikTok, and I just, it's not that I know how to get on TikTok. I was just fiddling with my phone, and I'm like, I'll do it next week or something. Okay, let's see what spirit animal message we have. Okay, we have, the chimpanzee. Those are nice cards. Wow. It says use both your intuition and your intellect to solve the problems or get answers to your question. I always say that, guys. Always use your intuition. If something doesn't feel right, go with it. If something does feel right, go with it. Because there's so many of us who do not trust that. And then you end up in a situation that you shouldn't have been in. And you're like, I should have gone with my gut. Why didn't I listen? Why wasn't I? Because sometimes we're so busy paying attention to everything else. We're not distracted. No, get distracted in your intuition. Learn your intuition. That is the best thing that I can say to do, because you don't doubt it. Once you tune in, you don't doubt it. Right? So do you guys have any questions for the spell tonight that I can answer for you while I'm waiting for my candle to go down? Because now I can bring out another card. I don't know how many cards I need to bring out tonight. I'm just bringing out. I'm just bringing out cards just for the sake of cards tonight. It's because I haven't used these in a while, and I'm just like, yeah, I should. I'm waiting for my candle anyways, right? So why not? Oh, these ones want to fall out. Okay, so I've got two of them that fell out. Okay, so one of them is do not look for validation in others. Be uniquely you and follow your own path. We were just talking about this, right? Hi, Stephen. How are you? Oh, there was something bluish behind me. Yes, I saw that. Well, good luck. Hopefully this spell will remove any blocks that might be preventing you from moving forward. I don't know how you're making out with that, but if it's going good, then this is just going to amplify that even more. Katie, if you're watching, you're waiting on your package, this could really help too. Remove any blocks, anything that's standing in the way of your package getting to you. Okay, it is easy to love and accept the light side of yourself. It takes courage to acknowledge and love the darker side. Very true. I like that message. Again, balance. It will be successful, Stephen, because the intention behind it is genuine. And when you're genuine with what you're doing, that's where you become successful. Oh, thanks, Linda. I'm just going through some of the messages right now. Sherry, thank you. And I see that there's a few people who are on that haven't talked. You've missed doing the spells together like this. Yeah, you know what? I think I burnt myself out because of everything that I was doing already. And I've eliminated so much of that. And now I'm just doing this once a week. And then I'm posting. Guys, if you haven't checked out the rest of the stuff on my channel, go and check it out. I've got meditations. I've got witchy music there now. I got some funny shorts. I just like to be funny. You guys might not think I'm funny. I think I'm funny, and that's all that matters. I do. I have some moments where I just look at myself and I'm just like, I'm funny. Funny looking. Yes, I know. I can laugh at myself. That's the one thing that I love about me, is I can laugh at myself. So anyways, if you guys don't have any questions, and even if you do, you can post them below if you haven't already. Delilah, finally I'm seeing you. I know it's been a while and I miss you so much. Oh, we've got Salem CL4QS. I'm not sure who that is, but somebody's saying, hey, Manny. So if you're new, you can always let me know who you are in your name if you want to. You don't have to. I know a lot of these people on here through my Facebook. So if you're just joining in, hey, Amy. Hey, honey, I hope everything is good. I miss you. But all of these guys are on Facebook. So if you want to join our coven here on Thursday nights at 8 p.m., we are joining at that time. And everybody's welcome. Everybody gets to know each other. And there has never been a problem. We're all on Facebook as well. We interact on Facebook. Tamara, I'm not sure if you're here. I know that you've been going through a lot lately. Physically, so you're probably sleeping or healing or whatever, but chime in if you want to, and if you don't, that's cool. You might just be popping on for the first time and you don't want to put yourself out there. That's fine, but you're eventually going to want to engage with everybody that's here because they are amazing, and that's because we're collectively bringing everybody together, right? We're collectively doing that just by being here, setting that intention, putting it out there that we all want the same thing. And that is to remove anything that's standing in our way of our higher purpose, right? And if we feel that we have a higher purpose of doing something and we feel stuck, sometimes we just need just that little push. That's all. Because it helps wonders, right? It does. So let's remind ourselves of that. Let's encourage each other of that. Empower each other through, by joining us every Thursday and knowing that this is a safe place to practice and ask questions. And I'm not saying I have all the answers, guys, but you know what? I've done a lot of healing. I am a spiritual teacher. For those of you who don't know me and wanting to know who I am, I've got it in my bio. But I am a spiritual teacher, and I've been doing this for quite some time. And the easiest way to do this and get this out there for you guys that is free, to learn the spiritual side, to ask questions in real time, so you can actually ask somebody. And like I said, if I don't have the answer, I'll always find out the answer, because I always check in with my guides, and my answer might not always be the one that resonates with you, and maybe your answer is different. That's fine too. But it's about supporting each other and supporting the energy and supporting the collective. And the more we do that together, the more it builds. And where everybody is coming from might be somewhere different. And that even makes it better, because that means it spreads all over the world, right? And we're coming together collectively as a world, not just a small, maybe Canada, US thing. Maybe we're reaching Australia. Maybe we're reaching, Hawaii. Who knows? It doesn't matter. We're all coming together. That's what matters. So I hope you guys are doing well. My candle is going to take a while. Love you too, Sherry. Love you too, Delilah. Where is Brian? Message me on Facebook for that, Manny. I won't get into it. It's we won't get into it. And just send me a message on Facebook and we'll chat. But anyways, witches, I hope you have a good night. And let's get together next week, same time, same place. And that is because we are going to be doing the manifesting spell. Oh, and just so you guys know, I'm bringing this in now, but I have, I'm going to pass through this if you guys can see this. Hold on. Where is it? It's my green candle, okay? My green candle. It's in sitting in a little fry pan, cast iron fry pan. But what it is it's sitting in sugar, because next week we are doing a manifesting spell, and I'm going to sweeten the pot a little bit. So I have it sitting in sugar with the intention that it's going to sweeten the pot. So if you guys want to prepare, just make sure you have a green candle sitting in some sugar. Make sure it's cleansed first, though, okay? That's one thing that I make sure is everything that I have out here has already been cleansed. And I just realized that I didn't start my ritual candle, so I'm going to do that now. I'm like, oh, why am I not smelling chocolate? Did I get that going? No. Totally missing. There we go. Okay, I should at least do that. Make it look a little bit more prettier, too. See, that's why I say there's no wrong way. I forget things, too. You know what? Oh, that smells so good. Chocolate. It's a chocolate spell. But yes, every Thursday. And we'll get to know each other, guys. We're going to do this spell. Oh, look at that one. That's probably the oil that I have in that. You probably don't see it, but it smells so good, though. Chocolate. But yeah, I've got my green candle with my intention into it, sitting in sugar to sweeten the pot. If you don't have sugar, you can use sweetener. You can use a cinnamon sugar for protection and protection of, sweetening your pot kind of idea. I always look at cinnamon as a protection. It also is quick too, right? It works really good for that as well. What else? Just thinking if there's anything. I'll post it in the Facebook group. For those of you who are not part of the Facebook group, I believe it's in my link. You can check the link out and you can join us over on there. I usually post the ingredient list. Thank you, Sherry, for reminding me of doing that. That was my quick way of answering, going, oh crap, yes, I forgot to do that. But yes, we do this, and you're just going to sit with your intention. I'm going to do that now. Before my spell completes, I'm going to make sure that I have my intention right in there, and Manny will chat later. And love you guys. And everybody who's new, thank you so much for joining. You guys are awesome. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. That way we can grow our coven to bigger numbers. And the more energy there is, the more manifesting we're going to have, okay? And that will bring so much joy to all of you guys, as well as myself, right? If we're all manifesting together, imagine how whatever your dreams that you want to come true, it might just be that. Imagine if it only took one spell with a whole bunch of witches that had the same intention. Imagine what could happen, right? Just think about it that way. So anyways, witches, I will talk to you later. You know how I go. Ciao for now.